Hi and welcome to another story, and today we have part 1 of the 39 Storey Treehouse by the internationally best-selling Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. Chapter 1, the 39 Storey Treehouse. Hi, my name is Andy. This is my friend Terry. We live in a tree, but there's nobody here. Well, when I say tree, I mean treehouse. And when I say treehouse, I don't just mean any old treehouse. I mean a 39-storey treehouse. It used to be a 26-storey treehouse, but we've added another 13 stories. So, what are you waiting for? Come on up! We've added a trampoline without a net. Does this seem a bit dangerous to you, Andy? Yes! Oi, get out of the way! A chocolate waterfall. No, not swimming in the chocolate waterfall. An active, non-erupting volcano. This volcano is great for toasting marshmallows. Terry, are you sure it's not going to erupt? Relax, Andy, of course I'm sure. An opera house. Jimi Hendrix and Superfinger tomorrow night. A baby dinosaur petting zoo. Ouch! It bit my finger off. I told you to be careful, Andy. Bring it here and I'll sew it back on. Wah, Mama! And Andy and Terry's Believe It or Not, Believe It or Else Museum. Andy and Terry's Believe It or Else Museum. Giant Yeti skull. Antless head farm. Headless ant farm. Incredible eye. Weird. Hey, Terry, I think I see your brain here. I hope there are no rabbit brains. Do rabbits have brains? Amazing, really big tooth. A boxing elephant called the Trunkinator. He can knock you out with one punch from his mighty trunk. Puff! Roll up, try your luck with the Trunkinator. And not very merry, go round. Ah! An X-ray room, where you can see your own skeleton. Yikes, a skeleton! Relax, Terry, it's yours. No, I've got a skeleton inside me. A disco with a light-up dance floor and giant mirror ball. A high-tech office with laser erasers, semi-automatic staple guns and jet-propelled swivel chairs. Laser eraser, semi-automatic staple gun, jet-propelled swivel chair. Laser eraser, semi-automatic staple gun, jet-propelled swivel chair. And the world's scariest roller coaster. It's so fast, so dangerous and so terrifying that even dead people are scared to go on it. No! You have to be this big to ride. I dare you to have a ride. No way, I may be dead, but I'm not crazy. Only for the very brave. Frightening, very deadly. Danger, scary. And, as well as all that, there's a level that is so new that Terry hasn't even finished it yet. I can't wait to see what it is. Still doing it, so you'll have to wait a bit. Not quite finished. Top secret. Keep out. This means you. Don't look. As well as being our home, the treehouse is also where we make books together. I write the words, and Terry draws the pictures. As you can see, we've been doing this for quite a while now. Sure, it's easy to get distracted when you live in a 39-storey treehouse. I mean, there's just so much to do. Missed me. Too slow, Trunky. But somehow, we always get our book written in the end. Too many sharks, not enough goldfish. We did it. Great characters. Not enough rabbits. Hey, that's us. Chapter 2, the 39th level. If you're like most of our readers, you're probably wondering how long it takes Terry and me to write a book. Well, I guess the answer to that really depends on whether it's a long book or a short book. Long books take longer to write than short books, which don't take as long to write as long books, which, as I said, take longer to write than short books, which... Oh, excuse me, here's Terry. Hi, Andy, he says. What are you doing? I'm just telling the readers about how long it takes us to write a book. Did you tell them that it depends on whether it's a long book or a short book, he says. Yes, I say. And that a long book takes longer to write than a short book. Yes, I say. And did you tell them how a short book doesn't take as long to write as a long book? Yes, I say. I explained all that. Okay. There's no need to shout, says Terry. I bet there's one thing you didn't tell them, though. What's that? That this book is hardly going to take us any time at all, no matter how long or short it ends up being. How do you figure that out? Well, says Terry, ring, 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 ring. That's our 3D video phone. Hang on, Terry, I say. I better answer it. It's probably Mr. Big Nose. As you know, he's always calls around the beginning of Chapter 2 to remind us about the deadline of our latest book. I jet chair over to the video phone and accept the call. It's Mr. Big Nose, all right. Nobody else in the world has a nose that big. What kept you? He says. Sorry, I say. I was just explaining to the readers how long it takes us to write a book. Did you tell them it depends on whether it's a short book or a long book? He shouts. Yes, sir. And how a long book takes you longer time to write than a short book. Yes, I say. And that short books don't take as long as long books. Yes, I say. I explained all that. And did you tell them that I always call around the start of chapter 2 to remind you when your next book is due, which in this case is tomorrow afternoon? Tomorrow afternoon, I say. But that's tomorrow in the afternoon. Exactly, says Mr. Bignose, and no later than 5 o'clock, or else. Before I can explain how completely and utterly and totally impossible that's going to be, Terry flies over and hovers between me and the screen. No problem, Mr. Bignose, he says. It's all under control. It will be on your desk by 5 o'clock tomorrow without fail. See you then. Bye. Terry hangs up. Are you out of your mind, I say. I don't think so, said Terry. Why do you ask? Because you just promised Mr. Bignose that tomorrow we will deliver a book which we haven't even started yet because you've been too busy building your secret 39th level. But that's what I was trying to tell you, says Terry, before Mr. Bignose called. What I've been doing on the 39th level is going to solve our book writing problems forever. Follow me, and I'll show you. Terry takes off, and I jet chair after him towards the top of the tree. We hover outside the 39th level, which is still all boarded up and covered in keep out signs. Well, I say, what is it? Only the greatest invention that I or anyone else have ever invented, says Terry. He cuts a ribbon, and the barriers fall away to reveal the greatest invention that Terry or anyone else has ever invented. Well, says Terry, what do you think? It's the greatest invention that you or anyone else have ever invented, I say. But what is it? A once upon a time machine, says Terry. A time machine, I say. Cool. So we can go back in time, write our book and meet our deadline after all. Well, no, not exactly, says Terry. It will help us meet our deadline, all right. But it's not a time machine. It's a once upon a time machine. It will write and illustrate the entire book for us. It can write a whole book, I say, all by itself. It sure can, says Terry. It's got 2 sets of hands, one pair for typing at super speed and another pair for drawing. It can draw with both hands at the same time. Wow, I say. And we don't have anything to do anything? No, all we have to do is program it. We just tell it what sort of story we want and turn it on. The machine does the rest. That's brilliant. How long will it take? Well, says Terry, it all depends on whether you want a long book or a short book. Long books take longer to write than short books, and short books take less time to write than long books. What about a 344-page book, I say? About 8 hours, says Terry. Perfect, I say. Let's turn it on and get started then. Not so fast, says Terry. What do you mean not so fast, I say? Our deadline is tomorrow. We haven't got a moment to lose. I know, says Terry, but the thing is, I can't turn it on yet. The machine is so big and complicated with so many different parts that I used up every last on-off switch I had. I've ordered a new one, though, and I'm expecting it to be delivered any moment. Ding dong! Ah, says Terry, that's probably it now. We look down. There's a postman at the front door. But not just any postman. It's Bill. Bill the postman. But that's impossible because, well, Bill is dead. And that is where we will leave part 1 of the 39 Storey Treehouse by Andy Griffiths and Terry Denton. I'll be back soon with the next part of this fantastic story and lots more stories and videos coming your way very soon. If you'd like to subscribe or hit a like, that's always appreciated. Thanks for listening, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.